Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see from the thumbnail and the video title, I got in a Monopod shooting stick to take a look at. This one's coming from MidTen. You know, I've had tripod shooting sticks for years, but I've never had a Monopod one. So I'm definitely interested to see how it works and if it's practical. So stick around if you want to learn about it. We'll do a real quick unboxing. We'll go over all the details of the Monopod shooting stick. Probably get out to the range and actually try using it, and then I'll get some thoughts on it. So just because of the overall size of this thing, I'll probably show it to you guys in sections here on the table. And then whenever we get outside, try to show you it a little bit better. But let's get cut into it. We'll see what all comes with it. So just kind of get into the package here. So it looks like we do have a manual with it. There are two different colors available. Mine is obviously black here. Show you the rest of the manual. We'll go over some of the parts and stuff like that here in a bit. So this is everything that's included. Obviously we got the Monopod. This here is a wrist strap. We'll go over that in a bit. Manual showed you that. This is a shoulder strap, and this is an adapter that we can take off the rubber foot and put this on instead. If like you're in snow and stuff, it gives a little more traction, and I'll show you guys how to do that later on too. So the majority of the Monopod is made out of aluminum, and then it has some type of anodization over top of it to help prevent scratching and rusting and stuff. There's also some foam on it up here by these handles. There's some rubber on it a couple different places, and then plastic around here, some type of fabric there, but the majority of it is aluminum, and some rubber down here. In its shortest position, which is what it's in right now, it is 33.1 inches long, and you can adjust it all the way up to 74.8 inches and stop anywhere in between. And it has these twist lock here that allows you, so again, if I want it to be this height, I can then just turn it and lock it. If I want it to be this height, you know, just anywhere you want in between there. So yeah, at the very top of it is kind of like this V shape. This is called the yoke. This is where you're going to actually put your firearm down in it. This thing will rotate 360 degrees. Mine is very stiff right now. You should be able to go either direction. This one's so stiff that when I try to go back this other way, it's almost unscrewing the whole thing, which I'll show you that in a minute. But so I'm hoping that as I kind of work it here, it'll start to loosen up, because you want this to be really kind of free and easy. So if your gun's sitting on here, you just want to be able to easily turn it from side to side, and it is starting to feel looser already. One nice feature about this stick is that you can actually remove the yoke and expose a 3/8 thread that you can mount cameras or, you know, maybe binoculars or whatever up on top here. Moving down from the yoke, they have a wrist strap which is adjustable. You can make it as tight or as loose as you want. And kind of the purpose of that is you can remove this down here and turn this into a trekking pole. And you can also, this assist you in like carrying the stick too. Again, we got the foam handles here. Maybe you're using this in the winter time and this aluminum would get super cold. And that foam is not going to, plus it's just more comfortable on your hands. And then right here's a little loop, and they give you this strap here, and it's actually a shoulder carrying strap. So you're just going to hook that in there, and then there's one down here, so you just hook that through, and then you can toss the thing over your shoulder to carry it. I kind of briefly showed you adjusting the legs earlier, but they will come out from both directions here, so we can go like this. And then we can also go like this to really get up to that 70-some inches. You can pull these all the way out. there's like that little like warning that tells you to stop, but like maybe it's dark or something. So if they do come out, it's not a huge deal. They'll just slide back in, but just so you know, they do pull out. And this rubber foot, again, it does have, a little bit of traction down here on the bottom, but this thing just like slides off. Just grab onto it and just pull straight off, and then that gives you that like metal spike. And again, if you were in snow, you can take this and push it up on there, and then this will go down into the snow, and then this gives you some traction then too. Just to try to give you some reference of size, there is the shooting stick in its shortest position next to a 4-foot T-square. And there it is with the shooting stick in the highest position. And remember, you can go anywhere in between the highest and shortest. Alright guys, so I had a chance to get out and use this shooting stick, and overall I do like it and I can see some uses for it. It seems like it's well made, it's lightweight and portable, but it was durable enough that the rifle I was using out there probably weighs in the neighborhood of about 7 pounds or so. Plus I was pushing down on it, trying to purposely get the leg to collapse, and it was rock solid. Because this adjusts from like 33 inches to 74 inches or so, you can use this like if you were sitting on the ground, if you were kneeling, or obviously if you're standing. The rubber foot is great if you're shooting like on a concrete pad, maybe even some gravel and stuff, but you can easily remove that. So if you're in the yard or in the woods or anything like that, you have the spike on here then. The way that this yoke is shaped in this V, it really doesn't matter how like skinny your barrel or forend or whatever you have, whatever size rifle is probably going to fit in here. And these rubber teeth on here really do grip pretty well. My rifle did not move around at all. And again, that yoke will spin 360 degrees. I also like that this is kind of multi-use. It doesn't have to be just a shooting stick. You can also use this as a walking stick, or you can remove this and maybe put a spotting scope on here, or maybe even some type of camera. One thing that I would recommend that MidTen do is maybe put these stops a much brighter color, almost like a yellow or something, because maybe you are doing some hunting at night and this will just like slide right on out, and then you're trying to fumble to put things back together. Or it'd be great if they actually were able to put like a stop to where like you only pull so far and you literally can't pull it apart any further than that. That would be ideal. But if not, maybe change out that color. And then the only other thing I'll say is that it might just be my model, but I've messed with this a bunch and my yoke still does not turn freely at all. Like it takes a lot of force. So like when I was shooting, I would basically just turn the entire thing instead of the yoke. Like I would just spin the stick from the ground to wherever I needed to go. But yeah, this is still really stiff. Like it takes a ton of force to get this thing to spin around. But again, overall, I really do like it. It's definitely better than having nothing. It's not as good as a tripod, but it's not meant to be. It's so much, lighter and easier to pack and stuff. But yeah, I think they are useful. There will be people that say, well, just use a tree. Well, what if you're in the middle of a field? And plus this you can set for the exact height that you want. So these shooting sticks are available on Amazon. And at the time of me making this video, they're coming in around $32. I believe that there is a 5% off clickable code, so just over 30 bucks. If MidTen were to provide me any type of discount code, I'll leave the Amazon link and that code down in the video description. But alright guys, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.